Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be booking a load for my driver Chris, and I wanted you guys to see behind the scenes what that looks like. Um, Today my driver is going to be getting empty in Crowley, Louisiana, and I'm going to be booking a load for tomorrow instead of today. The reason that I'm doing it that way is because we are trying to keep his on-duty hours under 8.5 hours per day this week, so that next week he can recap those hours without taking a 34 over the weekend. The first thing that I'm going to do is call him because I took a little peek at the load board this morning, and it looks like most of the loads have a little bit of a deadhead, so I wanted to see if he already picked out a truck stop for the night or if he's open-minded to maybe cover that deadhead today and park closer to his pickup tomorrow. So let's give him a call.
How's it going over there?
Swimmingly, how are you doing?
It's 64 degrees and sunny.
Yeah, I saw your dash cam. It looked really nice. You're in your element.
I am. I was just thinking, I should just move here.
Makes no difference to me.
Let's move here.
I-10 is really small. I noticed on the dash cam.
What'd you say?
It's really small. It's like narrow.
I-10.
Yeah, I looked at the dash cam.
Look at it now. This stretch that I'm coming on right now is an 18-mile bridge. When you come through early in the morning, like when the sun is first coming up, it's all fog over the marsh, the swamp, whatever you want to call it. But there's these little roads that go underneath this bridge where people go and launch their little boats. Probably can't see it from the dash cam, but there's people just fishing. People fishing everywhere. That's all they can do down here is fish. I'm just gonna move down here, go off the grid, shut everything off, disappear.
Well, don't do that.
Trucks to the right of me. Trailers go on one street.
It says live. That's not.
The only thing I don't know about is alligators. About alligators. I've eaten it.
You've eaten alligator?
Yeah.
No. I've eaten a lot of things. That's not one of them. So, did you pick out a truck stop yet?
No, I was waiting to see what's around. There's a lot of these small truck stops. They got up here, don't show up on my GPS. But there's always better food,
Yeah. Well, some did pop up out of Crowley. But not going anywhere we're gonna go. A lot of these have deadhead.
Alright.
So I was going to suggest maybe we cover that deadhead today.
That's fine.
There's a lot coming out of Lake Charles, which I think is further west from you. Let's see.
Yeah, that should be closer to Texas.
But then there's a bunch coming out of Baton Rouge, and Alexandria, which I think is further east. So we'll have to decide. Lafayette is further east. There's a lot coming out of there. Where's Alexandria? I think that's north. Opelousas. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. That's north of Lafayette. Oh, there's Alexandria, also north of Lafayette. Well, I'll try and steer clear of Alexandria so you can stay on I-10. I think you could probably head back east towards Lafayette, Baton Rouge. I'm gonna try and book something right now, but I'll try and stick east if that works for you.
Yeah, I don't care. Where's everything going to?
There's a lot of loads. Where's Lafayette? Charles. There's one coming out of Opelousas going, I should probably figure out how to pronounce that. Heading to Charlotte, North Carolina, your fave. That'd probably be Route 10, a good part of the way. We're not going to Florida. Port Allen. We gotta get your TWIC card. Lafayette. That's not enough miles. Houston, Texas. There's a bunch going to Texas. There's a bunch going to Mississippi, but that's not enough miles. Pretty much Texas. Yeah.
All right.
Derrida. I think that's north too. Dude, I fell so hard yesterday. Like really hurt myself. I really hurt myself.
I can do that.
You're gonna laugh because it's associated. It's associated with the colds. I was like running a bag out to my mom's car to help her like get ready to go, and there was a mound of dirt where the plow had like plowed some dirt up, but then it like rained and then it got really cold, so this mound of dirt was literally hard as a rock. Didn't even see it. It was totally blended in, and I just like caught it and I went down really hard. It was so cold. I was like kind of rushing. I mean, like I was standing and then I wasn't. But I messed my shoulder up. So, you're not the only one. I know you ate it pretty bad recently.
Yeah, but I did it in front of the fuel aisle at truck stops. I swear to God, I was waiting to show up on Twisted Truckers. I was like, oh, somebody got this on the fucking dash cam. Like, I'm gonna be the next viral internet fail. Pork chops flying through the air, mashed potatoes on the ground.
Oh man.
I was scooping my stew. I had stewed tomatoes. I was scooping them out of the bag, trying to save them. Like,
That's terrible.
That's why you always tie your shoes. So, yeah, thanks, bud.
Thanks, old man. I didn't know that. Do you want to go to Houston? That would
Yeah, I don't care. It's not.
that seems like a nice drive until you get to Houston.
Yeah, well, I found those truck stops. I'd never seen those before. Just about 25, 30 miles east of Houston. There's a pilot, a Flying J, and a TA. They're all huge.
All right.
So as long as you get there at a decent hour, it's fairly easy to park.
This one's coming out of Baton Rouge. I mean, it's a bit of a deadhead, but if you can get empty early and get there, you could enjoy your night.
Yeah, actually, I passed the place, but I put in my memory bank just east of Baton Rouge. I don't remember seeing it before, but I can head back that way.
Well, Baton Rouge is over 80 miles from Crowley, so overshooting it would probably add a lot of miles.
Or no, I didn't mean east. I meant west.
Oh, okay.
It was west of Baton Rouge.
All right.
It was after the 10 east split. There was a lot of traffic here.
All right.
There's the tiger truck stop. Except all the tigers died, so there's no more tigers there.
There's a tiger there?
There used to be.
Don't get me
But it
started.
died. There were a couple.
So sad. All right. I'll make some phone calls then.
All right, let me know.
All right. All right, so I kind of have narrowed down where we're going to be picking up from. I know I like to keep him down south. He likes the warm weather. And also, I know I'm going to try and keep this under 300 to 350 miles a day of driving. So if it's a first thing in the morning pickup, well, tomorrow is Thursday, so it needs to be next day so I can get him reloaded on Friday. So I'm gonna try and keep it depending what time the pick and drop is, under 350 miles for the day. So I'm gonna make some phone calls. I don't know what's going on with my screen here. I apologize. Okay. So let's make some phone calls. I'm gonna check out this one going to Houston first. I like this broker. Need trailer with wood floors and air ride. We have both of those. Perfect. I do like to figure out what I'm gonna ask for a rate before I call. I always estimate this a little high. I'm gonna tell them I need $1,600 for it, and then I figure I would take 14. But I'm really not gonna go any lower than that. Let's see if we can find another similar lane, what it's going for. Anything else? Nothing else going to Houston, huh? What does Truck Stop think it's worth? 900. So I'm probably not gonna get what I want, but let's try calling them anyways.
Thank you for choosing ArcBest. This is Kristen. How can I help you?
Hi, and I'm calling about a lane you have listed, picking up tomorrow out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay. going?
Houston, Texas.
Alright, this is an offered load. It's like a bid load. Do you know what that is?
No.
Alright, so we don't have this freight dedicated to us from our customer. We're taking the best rate that our carriers can give us to see if we can win it.
Okay, so it's going to be dedicated.
No, it's, well, if we win it, yes.
Gotcha. I'm probably not gonna be, I'm a small carrier. I'm probably not gonna be too competitive in that. So I'm not sure I'd be of much help.
Yeah, the lowest rate that we have in there right now is 900.
Yeah, I was looking well over 1,000. So
Okay.
all right, thank you though.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye. Well, we all just learned something together because I've never heard that before. So I learned something new today. It's a good day when you learn something new. All right, I'm going to move on to North Carolina. Let's get rid of these. I find great joy in eliminating loads, so you'll see me Xing these out a lot. It's sort of a metaphor for my brain, just clearing out the stuff that I don't need, the useless information. It's very therapeutic. You know, he really didn't use many hours today, just for fun. Let's see if there's anything coming out of Crowley today that could maybe get him to Baton Rouge. Full. New York. Monroe. Nope. Well, it was worth checking. I've never heard of this broker. I do like small brokers. It says their experience is an A. So, let's give them a call.
Good morning, Senior 711.
Hi, good morning. I'm calling about a lane you have listed, picking up tomorrow morning in, you're going to have to correct me on my pronunciation, Opelousas, Louisiana.
Yeah, I think it should be still available on our end. Let me check real quick. So it's a drive-in, Appaloosa, Louisiana, going to Hickory, North Carolina.
Where in North Carolina?
Hickory.
Hickory, okay.
And you're looking at the one for tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
I can run all the details for you. So it's picking up from Appaloosa, Louisiana tomorrow at 11 a.m. And delivery is set for the 22nd at 8 a.m.
So Saturday.
Correct.
Okay. 11, and then Saturday at 8, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the commodity?
It shows as a dry grocery.
It sounds like maybe like a grocer, like it's going to a big DC.
It's going to be going to merchant distributors. So yeah, there should be some sort of food product, but it's dry. 41,805 pounds.
Okay.
And the dry one is needed.
Okay. We try and steer clear of food loads, but I'll definitely keep this in mind, and I'll give you a call back if anything changes.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, I don't. My spidey senses go off when they start talking about such specific drop times, and I don't like the idea of him dropping on a Saturday really, because it's going to be a lot harder for me to get him reloaded. I will keep it in mind in case it really comes to it, which I don't think it will, because I have a lot of options here. Well, you guys get to see me work for this one. Okay. These ones coming directly out of Crowley. I mean, we could check out Jacksonville. 7:30 a.m. pickup. There's no rate on this. I happen to have a login with this broker. I like to just submit quotes with them. It's one less phone call I have to make. And sometimes they'll just email me back and I never even have to talk to somebody. That's a good load. The troubling thing about this particular broker is that they will put up fake pickup locations just to rope people in. So it's not always reliable. Let's see what it shows me. Jacksonville, Florida. Let's see what it has to say. 660 miles, flour and milled products. I'm gonna say no. Flour and milled products tend to be really strict, and our trailer is not. I wouldn't bet on it. It's a bummer. Okay, back to the drawing board. We're not going to New York. We're certainly not going to the Bronx. Laredo, Texas. That is a little bit further south than I'd prefer, but I'll leave it up. Tennessee has just been an absolute mess this year with weather, so I wouldn't even consider that a safe bet anymore. Not really looking to come out of Lake Charles. Baton Rouge, back to Baton Rouge. Okay. Decatur. There's not a lot of reloads out of there. We're not going to Maryland. We're not. So I'm gonna just start looking at the mileage here. Katy, Texas. Where is Katy, Texas? I think it's basically Dallas. Oh, it's basically Houston. Okay, why is the road closed here? Okay. Who had that up? 298 miles. Oh, the rates going into Texas are horrible. Starting to think we're not going to Texas. Jonesboro, Georgia. Pickup. They never answer this email when I email them. Where's Jonesboro? Well, this is south of Atlanta, but it's gonna have him on a Friday. I'm gonna be really limited because he's gonna have to pick up, and then I don't like the idea of sending him to Atlanta on a Friday. I'll put a link to the video in the description down below. I made a video about Atlanta and why drivers don't like to go there. And I like to keep my driver happy, so I don't usually send him there unless it's an emergency. Alright guys, I found this load on Truck Stop with this broker. It said it picks up tomorrow at 1 a.m. Which is actually, could be to our advantage. It is 850 miles next day delivery. That would give us enough time to pick something else up for the weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a quote in on this. I'm gonna quote a little high because not a lot of trucks are gonna have the hours to do a 1 a.m. pickup. That means my driver's gonna have to be parked and off duty by about 2 p.m. today, which he should be able to. So we're gonna submit this. It is a little concerning. They put no detention, layover, tow-new will be paid on loading, unloading, or canceled loads unless tracking is active. And once we send location tracker. TQL's location tracker is unreliable and quite a pain. So we'll just have to see if they even get back to me here. I'm gonna put this on hold for a minute and see if they get back to me. Usually, if they're interested, they'll get back to you within 5 minutes.
Louisiana to North Carolina.
Yes.
So I could do 25. Would you be able to help me out and do that?
Yeah, maybe. Let's get some more details on it.
Yeah, so it's a 24-hour shipper coming out of St. Francisville and then delivers in Hamlet on Friday morning at 8 a.m. Its paper rolls 41,000 pounds.
41,000?
Uh-huh.
St. Francisville. So that's a 1 o'clock pickup. It has to be 1 o'clock.
No, it's a 24-hour shipper.
Okay, all right. I mean, we could probably do
is.
one, but maybe two. Let me see where St. Francisville is.
Yeah, it's about 34 miles north of Baton Rouge.
Gotcha. All right. Let me just check in with my driver on that timeline. What is your direct extension?
Yeah,
Are there any special requirements for the trailer on
it
this?
just has to be a van, clean, no holes.
Okay. My van doesn't have any holes, but it another shipper like damaged the floor a little bit, so it's generally like
Yeah, so I know it has to be free of damages.
okay. I mean, I have pictures of it if you wanted to get it approved.
Okay, yeah.
We haven't really had any issues. I just would hate to get rejected.
As long as it's just clean and no holes. That's just
Yeah, there's no holes. They just like drag their forks on the floor of my trailer.
As long as it's clean with no holes, that's all that matters.
Okay. I'll give you a call back. What was your name again? Okay, thank you. Let's see where Chris is. I'm gonna make sure he's not. When he gets closer to the receiver, you know, he'll have to have his GPS on. He's pretty close. I'll just ask him, make sure he can talk. He wears a headset, so usually he can talk to me. As long as I'm not interrupting his GPS. Hey. I know you're getting close. Am I interrupting your GPS? Okay. I just found this load. Annoyingly, it's TQL and tracking's required. But it's a 24-hour shipper out of St. Francisville, which is 30 some odd miles north of Baton Rouge. So you could pick up, you know, at like 2 a.m. if you wanted. But it delivers 8 a.m. on Friday in 850 miles away in, I think it was Hamlet, North Carolina.
Is that the same place I picked up last time?
No, I don't think you've ever been here. It's, let me see. I think it's right outside Charlotte.
Oh, the place in St. Francisville.
Oh, yeah, you did pick up there once.
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago.
Jeez, I can't remember. Hamlet is right over the Georgia border. It's paper products. It's like toilet paper, I think.
Toilet paper. There were rolls of paper. How heavy is it?
41,000 pounds. Was it rolls of paper you shipped out of there?
Yeah.
And it was a 24-hour shipper, right? Is it the same place?
That's what I just asked you. How do I know?
I don't have the address, but this is all ringing a bell now. That was paper, wasn't it? And we were worried about it, but they loaded you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Maybe it would be to our advantage if you go in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I could do that.
Because I was thinking, you know, you probably get off duty today pretty early. So. And then we could get you reloaded for the weekend. I have no idea what's coming out of there.
Alright. You know, I forgot to tell you, I just remembered it when I hung up with you. Remember yesterday when I said I don't know if they're loading everything in garlic powder by hand?
Yeah.
So I think they did use a pallet jack. I don't think they used the forklift.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, I felt the trailer bang a couple times, but it didn't bang like it does with forklift. But about an hour and a half, I don't know, into while I was sitting there, this guy showed up, a local truck, day cab, with a landau. A landau is like it's like a step deck, but it's slanted on the back, so you can actually tilt it up and you can drive machinery right on off of it without having to set up the ramps.
Okay.
You know, like with a step deck, you have to set up ramps and shit. But anyway, he pulls in and he had a forklift on there, and he backed up one of the docks, and I'm looking, I'm saying, well, this landau, I mean, I've backed the step deck up to the docks before, and you have to have ramps on the ground in order to level it out. I said, I don't know what these guys are doing. So they tried to put the dock plate. There's a dock plate from the building that goes into a has play in it, it'll fold up and down. So the dock plate was all the way down. It was a big slant, you know. And I said, there's no way it's going to get a forklift up off the land all into the building. And they around with it for about a half hour, and sure enough, it didn't happen. And he pulled that thing right back up to the center of the trailer and chained it up and left.
You couldn't even get it off?
Yeah, they couldn't get the forklift into the building.
Oh my god.
They needed ramps, or I mean, I've even done it on, you know, like we'll set up like 4 2x6s, and you got to make sure you back right on top of the 2x6s, you know, and that'll bring the deck of the trailer up. But yeah, they didn't have nothing. They had no way to get that forklift into the building.
So that's why they loaded you with pallet jacks?
That's what I think. I bet you their forklift was down and they couldn't get it serviced or whatever. I bet you they had no forklift. That's why I was there so long, and that's why I didn't feel.
That's hilarious. Tell me you got that on the GoPro. No.
No, I couldn't have got it on the GoPro anyway. It was behind me. Well, it was like to the right of me, behind me.
Oh, alright. Your excuse.
I was watching it in my mirror, you know.
Yeah.
There's no way. I can see the top plate and how slanted it was. It's never gonna happen.
Well, if you feel like we're gonna get loaded, if we're gonna get lucky twice and get loaded at this place, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, I don't care. Might as well.
I'm gonna look back. I want to remember what we got paid for that load. Make sure we're getting enough for this one. So I'm gonna go through my invoices. I think.
Yeah, let me know if you decide to do that, because there's a truck stop just a couple miles away from there.
Okay, I'll figure it out right now.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Ooh, guys, I really messed up my shoulder. I'm telling you, I hit the ground super hard. Okay, my invoices are on my other computer, so I'm going to pause you guys and I'll check back later. All right, so I found the load. I found the rate con that we signed for this same lane. And we got $100 more for it from the other broker. That one was going actually a little further, but it was in a place with more reloads. So I'm going to call them back and tell them we'll do it for the better rate.
How can I help you?
Hi, Brooke. We were just talking about the St. Francisville paper load to North Carolina.
Yeah.
All right. So my driver just reminded me we actually got loaded there. We did this lane with a different broker a couple weeks ago, and we got loaded just fine over there.
Okay, yeah, should be good.
But we did get 2,600 with that other broker.
All right, I can meet you there.
Okay, that's great.
Perfect. And then he's picking up today?
He's gonna pick up like really early in the morning tomorrow.
Okay. And what was your name?
My name's Nichole.
All right. And the driver?
Chris O'Malley.
All right. I have.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. I'll go ahead and get this all sent to you. Just sign that rate con, send it back, and we'll send the driver instructions, okay?
Thanks so much.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. So, TQL does things differently from other brokers. Generally, the broker will send you the rate con, and the rate con will have like all the addresses and all the pertinent information, including the rate on it. You just sign that. But TQL does it so that you basically sign the rate, and then that's it coming in now. basically you sign the rate, and then it's not until you do that that they send you all like the addresses and the other, they call it the driver information sheet. You have to be careful with them because I've signed rate cons with them before, and then they don't send me the driver information sheet right away, and then it's like the day of the load, and I'm calling them and I'm like, where's the information? And then they say, oh, this load got canceled, and because you didn't get the driver information sheet yet, we're not paying you tonu. Tonu is truck ordered not used. It's a fee for when they order your truck and they don't use it, they have to pay you for that. But if you don't get that information sheet from TQL, they will not pay you tonu. So that wraps up today's video. I hope this was informative. It was definitely an interesting one. I learned some new things today, and got to show you guys the power of negotiation. And if you want to see more of these videos, or if we missed something you'd like to know more about, put it in the comments section. Make sure you smash that like button, and please, guys, subscribe. Become one of our many subscribers. Thank you again, and have a great day.